Hey guys, how's it going? DUJ2 here, and welcome back to Fortnite Save the World, and let's talk. Let's talk. I promised you guys a let's talk, so let's talk about balance. Let's talk about what I mean when I say balance in Save the World in this game. Before we start, of course, let me say thank you to all of you guys. Thank you so much to everyone who came to the stream today. I do apologize for making a shorter stream today, but thank you very much, all of you. You guys are awesome, even with the ups and downs, the disconnects, and everything. I don't know what's going on. Thank you all for sticking with me. Thank you all for coming and watching. You guys are amazing. Thank you to all of you who are using my creator code. Right there, creator code DUJ2. It's my supported creator code. If you guys help me out by purchasing either stuff in battle royale in the shop, or by buying something llamas in Save the World, which I know not a lot of people are buying them right now, and I honestly think you shouldn't. I don't think that spending V-Bucks on llamas is a good thing anymore, unless you find like a really great upgrade llama, that's the only time that actually, you know what, let me open I'll open up my my extra llamas while we talk right now. So thank you very much, all of you guys. You guys are amazing. Those of you purchasing, like all of you who bought Borderlands with my code, all of you guys who are constantly buying stuff in the shop, thank you very much, guys. I appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you so very much. So let's talk about, and fair warning, let me say this right now, I make this video might get a little bit complicated and a little bit heated as well. And
I was hungry.
The reason for that is I do have a lot to say about this. So for those of you who don't know, when I say balance, when I talk about balance in Save the World, I mean the balance of time that you put into the game compared to what you get out of it. Okay, so and this has to be, it's like a scale. Okay, so basically on one side is how much time you put into the game, okay, and what the game gives back to you, and on the other side is, to be honest, anything else you could do with your time. Because this is a game. Yes, this is a grinding kind of game, but you have to think of the fact that if you are going to be playing this game, if you're going to be spending your time, playing this game, you kind of want to feel like that the amount of time that you're putting into the game is worthwhile. So by that I mean, let's say right now with the new rad llamas, okay, we've got new rad llamas, and in all reality you have to think, okay, you'd like to get all, if not most, well, most if not all of the items in the rad llama, and those items we can find right here. There are all of these heroes here, and it's also all of these, most of these schematics here, except for the hot mix, I think, and the woofer. So the beat blaster, the woofer, yeah, all of these, yeah, except for the hot mix. So all of these weapons right here, you want to be able to get them to be able to, use them. If you go above and beyond and spend even more time, you can put them in your collection book. But once you have a weapon, what are you going to do with it? Well, you need to level it up. So to level something up, what do you need? You need experience. You need evolution materials, to max it out. And then once you have it maxed out, you also need the perk up to be able to work and reperk, to be able to work on the weapon, and not only work on the weapon, but also, make it better. Make it legendary, make it godly, kind of god roll the whole thing. So that's kind of how it looks, and that's just for schematics, for weapons. For heroes, you need the experience and you need the evolution materials to be able to do this. So when I talk about that balance, that's what I mean. I mean, are you going to play a game that is not fun at all? And at what point does playing this game stop being fun for you? If you, let's say you work, I don't know, let's say you're a doctor, okay, let's say you're a doctor, or you're in school, okay, you're in high school, you're in middle school, whatever. You know that you can't sit and play Save the World all day long, right? You have to go to school, you got to do your homework, you got to, if you're in working, you got to get up early, you got to go to work, you got to deal with work all day long, you got to come home. If you have a family, you should be spending time with them, and all that. So after all of that, when you get to unwind, when you get to have fun, what do you do? Do you do you play a sport? Do you watch TV? Do you watch a movie? Or do you play a video game? So let's say you've got 2 to 4 hours a day that you can play, or you can with personal time like that. Some people have less, some people have more, but depending on your time, the amount of time that you can put into the game, what does the game give you back? If let's say you only have an hour a day to play Save the World, will you be able to play anything in this game that in an hour you'll feel like you can actually be competitive, you can advance in the game, you feel like you're like, yeah, this game is fun, and this is the thing with this game. If you start playing this game right now, Stonewood, Plankerton, Canny Valley, going through these three areas, following the storyline, learning everything that's going on, listening to Ray, it's wonderful, guys. It's really, really great. It's awesome. And guess what? Getting through all this, up to Canny Valley. Canny Valley is a huge one. It's got the 3 acts. It's a huge area, but guess what? It's pretty awesome. I mean, honestly, it's pretty awesome. And once you get through all these 3, you're like, you could progress in the game with a couple hours a day, or not even a couple hours a day, like a couple hours of every so often. But at a certain point in the game, Twine Peaks, kind of, you get to a point where the only thing left to do once you're finished with Kenny is go for 131. Max out your account. Level 310, 131. Do all the upgrades. Do all the research. Just max everything out, right? Then go to your survivors and your squads. All of your survivor squads, all of them, max them out, get them all mythic and legendary, and just everything just maxed out. And at that point, that's it. That's all you can do with this game. And at this point, what do you have left to do? Well, you have left to do other missions that might show up in the game, or you start working on heroes. You start working on setups. You start working on schematics, maxing out your schematics, getting them to 130 on the lot. But at a certain point, where does your personal level of fun start dipping? Because we have to grind. You have to grind in this game, and that's fine. But at a certain point, like I said, when you go in and do a mission like this one, you go to do this category for Fight the Storm, okay? And if you need survivor experience, and right now, actually, I don't think that there is a perk or reperk mission. There's an Eye of the Storm one, okay? Let's say Eye of the Storm, or any type of evolution material. There is a certain point where there has to be the balance, and that's the other balance that I was talking about. A couple of months ago, well, more than a couple months ago, actually, couple of seasons ago, actually, we had the crazy change of experience. We didn't used to get the amount of experience we used to. Like, if I go and do this mission right now, I'm going to get over 1 million survivor experience. That wasn't the case before. That wasn't always the case. It used to be that we used to get a very minimal amount of experience. You had to grind experience like crazy to be able to level up. And for a lot of people who are looking to get to level 131, they noticed that. The developers in Save the World realized that, you know what? This can't keep going. We can't keep making people grind so much to be able to just level up one survivor. So they did this. They made a change. And some of us thought at first that it was a crazy change, because you went from getting, if you were lucky, 40, 50, 60,000 experience in a mission to sometimes 500, 600,000, over 1 million at times. That's a pretty big change. That's a huge change. And because of that, a lot of us have massive amounts of experience. I'm up to almost 20 million survivor experience. I've got 23.5 million hero experience. I've got 8 million schematic experience. And the only thing holding me back from using this to level up all of my heroes, level up all of my schematics, is these guys right here. My evolution materials. If I started doing it, guess what? These evolution materials, gone in a snap. Just disappeared. So when we saw this change over here, a lot of us started talking. We were like, well, they made this much of a change, and it made sense. We had the hero loadouts change, and which is amazing. We had hero loadout changes. We started using so many more heroes, and so many more heroes that come, and it would be great. It would be awesome to be able to level up all of these heroes. And obviously we have the experience now. You have the XP. Well, what do we need? We need the evolution materials. So we have for a very long time assumed and thought that because they made such a massive increase in experience, that they would comparably balance that out. Because experience was right here and the materials were, well, they were way down here to the floor. They are down here to the floor. That they would even those out. They would balance the game out to be able to be a good amount of time that you invest, and the rewards and the progress that you feel that you would accomplish. And that hasn't happened. And for a while now, we've been hearing a lot of talk about they were going to revamp this. The amount of evolution materials we got. And also the amount of epic perk up and all legendary perk up and reperk, all of that. All the other stuff that we need to take the weapons, above and beyond. And they were saying that they were going to do this. It hasn't happened yet, guys. It hasn't happened, and we may all have different, theories about why it's not happening. Are they focusing on something else? Is something else going on? Whatever the case may be. But the reality of the situation is that is the situation we are in right now. That is the balance or disbalance of the game. The disbalance of the game is that's what we're looking at. And I'm not even talking about materials. I'm not talking about actual materials and traps, okay? I'm not talking about that. We're not ready to talk about that and the trap balance and all that. That's a whole other conversation. And hopefully they will also work on that. But right now, the balance in evolution materials, the balance in experience, the balance in time that you put into the game comparable to what you get back. And if it's still fun for you. That's what I mean by balance. So hopefully that clarifies a little bit about what I was talking about balance, and why, if you come to my stream, why I talk about this and why I'm so passionate about this, because it is a big deal. And I just noticed that my arrow is sticking through my... It is, isn't it? It's sticking through the typewriter, the Bobcat. Is it the Bobcat? No, the typewriter. Anyway. That's it, guys. That's it. I'm gonna leave it there, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope that you guys appreciate this video, and appreciate that the what we guys are what we are trying to talk about here, because there's a lot of us that are trying to explain why it is that we are so, I don't want to say unhappy, but why this is going on with Save the World, and why season 10 right now does not feel like it's all that great, and why a lot of people have asked me, why am I not talking about season 11? I'm not talking about season 11 because we're in season 10 now. Season 10 is here and now, and to be perfectly honest, guys, you know what, season 10 might be awesome, but I want to focus on the here and now. And what if it's not? There's a lot of stuff that needs to change. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be addressed, that needs to be looked at and worked on in Save the World. And just the promise of things going to be great when they have been saying that they were going to be great over and over and over again. That's where I'm kind of like, well, we need a little more. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, guys. As always, I am DUJ2. I hope you guys enjoy this video, guys. If you enjoy what I do on my channel, if you enjoy this video, please do me a huge favor and have yourself a wonderful day. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I will see you guys in the next one. See ya.